G'day and welcome to the 42nd episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. This week we talk to Denzer Gaming, we cover off on YouTube and everything that's going on with the demonetization, and most importantly we get into a shitload of spoilers about Destiny 2, so if you don't like that, the midsection, just don't listen, right? Enjoy, peace! G'day and welcome to the 42nd episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. Can you believe that? We've made it past 40. I'm still, baffled by that, but to be honest, holy shit, I've got the bloody audio thing on. Let's go. Anyway, right, professionalism, let's go. This week, there's been a whole shitload of news. Honestly, the last couple of days has been ridiculous. So what we're going to do, we'll get into that later on. So you get to meet Denzer first. He's our guest this week. And then if you don't like spoilers, you can turn it the fuck off. That's because that's where we're probably going to get to. All right. As always, I'm joined by my esteemed co-hosts, Mylan Games, Obi-Wan Kenobi's bastard abandoned offspring.
It's funny you say that. I've got Twitter open. I just went past an Obi-Wan Kenobi post, and I was like, well, I don't look like him anymore. My hair's too long, so suck on that.
All right, greaser Obi-Wan Kenobi. That'll do. And here's Sloth. Look at him pensively stroking his beard. He doesn't have his traditional Barbie background today, so we cut him some slack. He was very hurt. He was pissed off I added him for liking Aqua. So, you know, I thought I'd...
You're going to pay for this on the playlist. On the playlist, you are going to pay for this power slide.
I got to get that out of the way soon. Because I don't want to have to Destiny to it.
Sloth. Your beard looks very ginger. Is it Ranger?
Yes.
He tried telling me once he was strawberry blonde. I'm not even
just get on the fucking podcast.
No, I mean if you're listening to the audio only versions of this podcast, Sloth's beard is very much not strawberry blonde. And our guest this week, Denzer Gaming. How are you, dude? Nice to have you on.
Good, man. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity. You guys are amazing. I watch you like nearly every week.
What can
Not so much
why?
Sloth though. I watch more so for Log than for Sloth, to be honest. But
I'll take that, fellow New South Welshman. Let's go. I'm going to take what I can get. So let's get straight into it. If you just want to introduce yourself, man, and tell everyone a little bit about who you are, what you do, where you do it.
Yeah. Well, obviously Destiny is my game, my number one. That's where I've spent most of my time making games and making videos, mostly on YouTube. Making videos like, editorials, how-to guides, funny videos, all that kind of stuff. Moving into the Twitch world at the moment, of course, like everyone else. Twitch it looks like it's going to be the new home for Denzer Gaming at the moment for streaming and stuff like that. So looking forward to that. Pretty much do top 5 videos as well for Crucible plays. A lot of voiceover stuff as well, which I love to do. So yeah.
You do have
really
good
stuff,
man. I'll give you that.
Can I?
You're one of the dudes that I used to listen to when I was sort of still starting out going, man, I can't aim up like that. Like I do like that laid back sarcasm thing, okay? Like I don't really give a shit. But to just be genuinely positive and like bring energy to something the way you do with things you do, like, I'm hopeless.
Yeah, I kind of question myself sometimes. I kind of question myself sometimes with the stuff that I say. And actually, what's funny is some of the regulars that watch it, they tend to find little trends on things that I say, little nicks. You don't even realize that you're saying it, and then you sort of look back and go, "Wow, geez." And you know what's funny though, because it is a top 5, I tend to push towards Titan videos more so than anything else because I'm a Titan man.
Yeah.
So I've stopped that. I've literally stopped that since about episode 10. I've tried to start looking at the Warlocks and the Hunter plays and not being so biased with that recognizing.
People started asking why there were no other plays apart from
it was like top 5 every time. It's like, this is another Titan. It's like, oh well.
Yeah, would you believe in the first 10 episodes there was like 50 Titan clips just in a row?
Pretty much.
But they were the best, honestly. They
were. They were the best. I mean, every one of them were a top 5. No, there's so many clips and so many people. I mean, the Destiny community is amazing. So many people sending videos in, and it's just great. It's so great to see so many different faces and people loving the videos. So it's good.
It's good fun.
So I was having a quick look at your channel, and I saw you doing a lot of streams on YouTube. Is that like a new thing, or is that something you've always done? When did you start streaming on YouTube?
I really wanted to since the beginning, but of course with the usual infrastructure in Australia, and this wonderful thing we've got called NBN. It's fantastic, fiber to the node. Great internet. So I've only just sort of gotten something where it's stable enough to start streaming. Of course, with the content at the moment, with Destiny being so stale, I tend to sort of lean into sort of other FPS games and stuff like that. So predominantly most of my games are FPS, sort of, PUBG, Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, all those cool, Division, Battlefield, you name it. It's just about having fun.
How have you found YouTube gaming for streaming? Have you found that, do you think it's easier than Twitch to gain an audience? Do you feel like, you can get some viewers and get some people in there watching?
So, well, put it this way. I did a 24-hour stream at one stage, and that was the first day of the beta for Destiny 2. And I went from Destiny 1 into Destiny 2, and I averaged around 100 people, between 60 and 100. I hit 150 at one stage.
Holy shit.
Obviously, that was just in one stream. And with that one stream became, okay, let's move into the next stream. The next day came along, 20 people. The next day, 50 people. Next day, 5 people. It really comes down to what game you're playing, whether or not you set your tags up correctly. I mean, the usual stuff that we all hear. Moving into Twitch, I think I actually prefer the platform. I honestly, this is all new to me. And straight away, it is so much it's meant to streaming. Like, it is legitimately only supposed to be for streaming. So yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, I'll still try and stream on YouTube when I can, but I think Destiny, for me, I'll probably start doing it on Twitch only. So
because there's a couple like I've done a little bit of both with YouTube and with Twitch. I even did the dual streaming for a little bit too, where I was broadcasting to both platforms, but eventually decided to pick a side because I found that dual streaming really fractures your audience, because you've got half people having one conversation on YouTube and half people having a different conversation on Twitch, and it was not conducive to having a fun audience and to be entertaining.
Exactly.
So,
especially when you've got like bots and stuff like that have currency and all those cool little things that you want to add to the chat to make it more entertaining. And you can only so much look after one, so to speak. But yeah, I agree. I did the same thing. Tried the double streaming between both at the same time, and I mean, that was great. It was good. But like you said, it's trying to keep that one single string of entertainment, putting all your value and effort into that. And I think you guys will know, it's with this whole demonetization thing. I mean, who knows where this is going? So
have you been affected by that, man?
Not so much. I got hit on 3 videos. Actually, mentioning this, a friend of mine who legitimately has, probably over 1,000 videos. He posts a video the other day, streaming on Twitch. Come check me out on his YouTube channel, and that got hit. But everything else that he had, they didn't get hit at all. And there's no ridiculous words. There's no, kills,
That's
murders,
weird.
whatever. I couldn't pick
really
it.
Weird.
I didn't understand it. I just thought there would be an algorithm that you just, you stay away from these words. You stay away from mentioning anything around, those type of things. And it just didn't make a difference. They just still demonetized it. So,
that's
so
concerning, man. Really?
Did he
really
appeal it?
He's not even at the stage where he can appeal it. So,
because you need 1,000 views.
1,000 views, exactly. So he's just posting something to say now streaming on Twitch. I mean, he's no way he's going to have 1,000 people checking him out to say he's streaming on Twitch. So.
I mean, that stuff doesn't really matter. But the reason why I'm asked, right? I don't know if we started talking about this last week or not. I think we did.
We did a little.
And I don't think it actually
spiraled since then, though.
It has spiraled since then again. I don't think it made one of the main points was a lot of people are complaining about it, but I'm not hearing people actually saying that they're appealing it and that the response of the appeal. Because I've had a video taken down. It was a Rasputin. It was a Rasputin video, and it had Warmind in the title, and I believe that's why I got pinged.
Yeah, you mentioned it last week. I think I remember hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I appealed it, and it got approved in 2 hours.
Wow.
So the thing is, like, I don't know if some people, like, they see 50 videos demonetized. Yeah, but I'm interested whether they actually appealed them all and the response back to that.
The thing is, like, because I mean that my stupid arsehole song got hit, and like, I mean, fair enough, it's got arsehole in the name of it. That's fine. I'll cop that. Fair enough. But
I'd be concerned if you didn't get hit. To be honest,
for me to like, it's been out. It had been out for 2 weeks, right? And then got demonetized. Which, you know, like, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Like, the $1.50 I made out of it, yeah, I'm rolling in it. I'll go down and buy myself a MIDI. But
not even that.
Yeah, not even. Get a bus fare. But you've got to get 1,000 views on that video within the space of a week for them to bother even and checking it. Like, it says that. So when you've got guys who, like, you look at MTashed or something like that, where they've just come through and fucking demonetized literally half of his back catalogue, he has no chance of even, like, most of that stuff's redundant, and he wouldn't have been making money out of it anyway. But still, like, he's even if he had 999 views on an old video, he can't contest it. Like, that's the thing about it to me, is like, they've come in and their algorithm is clearly fucked. You know, they've lumped gaming in with gun violence and hate speech and all that sort of shit that, like, totally should be taken down. But for it then to, like, for them not to be able to differentiate between gameplay and gun violence, and then make it so hard for you to contest it, it's like they've almost known, oh, this is probably going to fucking blow back at us. We don't want to have to do the grunt work to sift through all of the videos that are going to be affected by this. Let's put a threshold on it. Like, it's like
I completely agree it's broken, but I would also like to say, like, I've been interested to know whether this algorithm learns from the appeal process. And so if you're a Destiny channel and you're not appealing them, you really should be, because when they're approved, because they realize it's gameplay, that might feed back into this algorithm in some way.
Yeah, I guess it's a fair point, but at the same time,
because they talk about machine learning, they talk about this thing learning, right? So
yeah,
there might be an important step there, and I think it's completely broken. Like, I'm not on their side for this, but I am surprised I haven't heard, like, people are crying wolf, but no one's actually telling, like, have they gone through the full process? Because if they appealed it and then it came back and was still, like, that's really fucked then. Like, if they appealed it and it came back and said, no, well, it's got guns in it. Well, this is, okay, that's the end of video gaming on YouTube then. Like, that means something bigger. So I'm still sort of cautious about that full process.
See, we spoke about this on your stream the other day, Matt.
Yeah, we did. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. We actually like, I had gotten up this morning watching a podcast by one of the channels that I watch quite a bit, and I do highly recommend it, and we'll talk about which one a bit later. But they were saying that people have tested. They have tested certain names, like certain words in titles, certain images and words in thumbnails and so forth, that this algorithm can pick up. And now that you were saying there before, Denzer, about your mate, and he was like going live on Twitch now, and they're like, well, you know, like, you can't go and say you're going to go stream on another platform on this platform. You know, like, it seems they're they want to squeeze, and Ed said this in the chat, they want to squeeze the bigger people for as much money as they can, and they want to be the all family gathering around the tablet Disney type situation. Everyone's smiling and happy, and everyone's, oh my god, yes. And then you fucking and then you're like, well,
can we stop for a sec?
Let me finish before you fucking bollocks me, all right?
Yeah, all right.
You know, like, this is oh my god, fucking blow it out your ass. But, you know, like, this is a thing that is affecting a lot of people. Like, affecting so many people, and YouTube are just like, well, we're not giving you any information for it. You're just going to have to figure it out for yourselves. No swearing, no guns, nothing like that, and all the, like, if that makes sense. It's complete and utter bollocks, for lack of a better term.
Like I think I said this on the stream slot. I think they're pushing this kind of content off the platform. I honestly don't think. You look at Netflix. Look at they want to. Not even that. I think they're going towards the Netflix model. They want to be a paid subscription.
Yeah. Well, look at RedTube. Look at the whole push with RedTube and all these new series happening with all the YouTubers actually on some of those new series. Some of the.
I just had
YouTube Red.
I just had to figure it out. YouTube Red, not RedTube. I was just like,
what did I say? RedTube?
Yeah,
I shouldn't have been doing. Yeah, yeah. We'll keep that on.
You might have given something away there, buddy.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Lexi
Freudian slip there
is coming out and fucking releasing a new series, How to Take Dick 14 Ways.
Good work, Sloth. Now this video is going to be demonetized.
Oh, well, look, let's face it. We will never get any money for this anyway.
Yeah,
so.
nah. I want the 50 cents, please. Maybe one day we'll be able to pay for the fucking SoundCloud upload fucking thing.
No, but I mean, it's true. That's what. Look, they introduced YouTube Red, right? Now to be ever known as RedTube, and it failed. But they want to keep pushing that.
Yeah,
and that's what you're seeing in the series. Like, there's a whole bunch of different series with YouTubers, and they're being, they're given jobs now to actually star as characters in these, new series. Like probably a whole seasons. I think one of them I just saw was a second season. I completely forgot the name. And they're just vloggers, visual vloggers.
Man, they're kidding themselves if they think they can come into that market and just cash in. Like, you look at Netflix, man. Netflix has got the fucking, the Defenders, heaps of good shit. Of good shit. They're still going backwards. Like,
what do you mean going backwards?
They're not. They lost money last year.
They're hemorrhaging money. They're hemorrhaging money for the pirate market.
Yeah, the pirate market.
Yeah,
I thought I heard some ridiculous thing about revenue from Netflix. Or maybe I was listening to its budget.
Well, I mean, they've probably got a shit ton of money, put aside for all that sort of thing. But because people can grab, series from less than reputable sites for free, they're always going to lose money for that. That's the same with musicians. That's the same with fucking video, like Bungie with the which we'll get to in a sec. But the Eastern European Dead Zone, or the European Dead Zone leak that happened before the video actually came out. Like, people get a hold of this information and they go, well, we're just going to dick you with it, for lack of a better term.
Do you know how you fix it? Look at music right now, man. I'll admit this. I used to download heaps of shit, but I don't bother anymore because it's so fucking easy. You just get Spotify or one of these services, pay your $5 subscription, and it's fucking easy. The thing with Netflix and all this shit is, you get half on one service, half on another service. Well, not even that. There's like 6 fucking services you'd need to subscribe to be able to get the swathe of content. Until they can work out the licensing agreements to have one fucking ring rule them all, it's done. They're just squabbling for the fucking scraps off the table rather than someone really spearheading the game.
I mean, like that's exactly right. As someone who had Netflix for quite a while, I speak to a fucking mate of mine overseas, and he's like, "Oh, you should watch this on Netflix." I'm like, "Fuck, I don't have it."
Yeah.
But how do you have it, but I don't?
Get a VPN.
What's going on there? Anyway, but
here we go again.
Let's move on.
YouTube Down Under podcast.
Did it again.
I was secretly doing some research.
That's okay
then.
because
let me read this. Let me read this about Netflix, and someone might understand it because I don't fully understand this, but it sounds big. The streaming service posted a fourth quarter earnings per share of 15 cents on revenue of $2.48 billion, roughly a 35% year-to-year increase in sales. I mean, like, if you think of the big dudes like YouTube and stuff, I'm sure I look at Netflix like, holy shit, we're going to be earning that kind of dosh.
Yeah, but they're also ahead of the game with the licensing and whatnot. I mean,
Netflix has got whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're a company like YouTube, be like, hey, here we are being fucking numpties, giving stuff away for free.
They should be looking at it from an audience perspective, at least speaking with Netflix, to see if an audience would actually like to use YouTube's as their gateway, if you will,
Yeah.
to their audience, if you will. You know what I mean?
We'll finish on this note. I made an offhand comment in our clan group chat the other day, and everyone went, "Oh, if Twitch right now came in and gave us a place to upload content, made it searchable, made it easy to find, much like YouTube right now, and they didn't offer you any money for it, but there was a subscription-like option
to watch it,
it would just destroy. If you had
Exactly.
no, I mean like people subscribe just out of the good of their heart, you would still end up ahead of where you are on fucking YouTube right now.
Well, even if for someone, it can be as a perfect example. You subscribe to me, you get access to my Twitch, YouTube, so to speak,
exactly.
vid area. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, I think people are just so sick of fucking YouTube at the moment that, I mean, I had a pretty full-on argument with Wolf in the clan chat the other day because he was, and fair enough, we're all grown men. We have differing opinions, but I was like, I read he shared an article and it was just like, it was about basically centered around MTashed and Skill Up. And that they, like, the impact that this demonetization shit had on theirs. And he was like, you've just got to be smarter about how you make money. And for me, it was like, well, they want people to create content to put on their platform. And they want people to watch their platform. And people go on there to seek that content. But they're making it so hard to make it worth your fucking while to do it that eventually it's not going to be there. Like, people are going to go, fuck it. I can't be bothered for the $2 that I make. They are killing the YouTube gaming, effectively killing it if it keeps going the way it's going. It'll just end up being Minecraft.
We should all go in and just make our own. You know what I mean?
Well, what I was going to say is a year ago, or even over a year ago, I had an email saying, look, from a company, and I think I researched, it was a big company, right? They're like, we're going to make the next YouTube. We will pay you to put your content on our channel. And I said, yeah, whatever, man. Let me know when it's done. I don't know whatever happened to it. It just disappeared. But there are people thinking about going in there, and right now is a good time to strike. I don't know what happened to that company though, or whatever. Like it would have been something like Full Screen or whatever. Like it would have been, almost a network or someone with the real sort of money to put up a platform or competitor to YouTube.
Like Musk, do it.
Elon Musk.
Save us, Elon.
But why would you do it though? Like it's a dying business model.
Yep.
It's a dying business model.
Is it though?
Not when people are given $15 a month to just watch content.
Well, no, I mean, sorry, I mean as a whole. Like I fully agree with Denzer.
Oh, no, I think it's got a very live audience. I think the big wigs see bigger money elsewhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, and someone, Max Panthers just brought it up in the chat. If people who are on YouTube, like if YouTube's going to be brought down, they need a competitor. Amazon is a monopoly. Competitor. Yeah. All Amazon need to do is to go, hey, are you a streamer? Yes. Hey, are you a YouTuber? But your YouTube is bollocksing you over. Why don't you come across to Twitch? Call it Twitch video. I know it's not original, but it is what it is. And just go, yeah, let's do that. Let's go. We put out X amount of content per month. You get a partnership. If people want to sub to you, they have extra bits of You've ever heard of Rooster Teeth First? You pay an extra, an extra bit of money, and you get extra content. So you are keeping the business model going. It is the perpetual motion machine. Yeah. But anyway, we've talked about, we have waffled about YouTube for quite a while.
Guys, we did last time as well.
You did it last time.
We are going to get into this week at Bungie, which, as we brought up before, we had the Destiny release trailer this week. We had the European Dead Zone trailer video this week. We had the Cade 6 sexy trailer this week.
And a Korra.
Like, it has been a mint week. Like
oh my God, I haven't seen the Korra one yet.
I'm literally about to go watch it right now.
Yeah, you guys
go
keep
for 20 seconds.
But
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
It's a so they've Bungie are all over in Gamescom in Cologne in Germany, if I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I have.
I believe so.
So they're over there and they are giving all of the just promoting it, and it's been amazing. Unfortunately, I was watching on YouTube, but it doesn't really matter because that's the only place you can really watch it, isn't it? It is really good. It is really.
Look, I'm going to say this right now. From this point on in the podcast, if you're still listening and you get hit with a spoiler that you weren't quite ready for, that's on you. Because like from now on, there is so much chance that anything we say could upset people that might not want to, hear about things. And there's a lot of people on Twitter that are sort of, and I kind of agree with this. Unfortunately, I host a podcast, therefore I don't have the luxury of just, I'm putting myself on a social media ban for forever, because this would be fucking boring. But this is it, right? From here on in, there will be spoilers. You have been warned.
You've been warned. Where are these 90-minute videos? Can we get some people to like whisper us some links?
Go to the Gamescom website. I'm sure it's all archived there, man. Gamescom.
Yeah, they're on there.
Yep.
Okay.
They are all on there, dude.
Okay.
But yeah, so like there was let's start off with the Eastern European Dead. Correction, no. Let's start off with the game trailer itself, which is brought up when this was in your chat as well, Mylan. But we had console talking to Gary. They had the speaker right there in his flayed man pose. If any of the Game of Thrones fans out there,
true. I didn't think of that.
There is, it sort of covered the first mission, the homecoming mission, and all that sort of thing, where you're kicked off the top of the command ship, and it shows a lot of loss and a lot of heroism. And this massive fuck off looking hobgoblin that was like about 3 stories tall that I was just like, what?
I had to
for me, that was I nearly just went, nah, I'm noping out of Destiny 2 just based on that one fucking hobgoblin.
I have to watch that a couple of times because I didn't notice it. Well, I just thought it was perspective the first time. I just thought it was a perspective. And then I watched Eric's video and he's like, this massive hobgoblin. I was like, you dumbass, that's just perspective. Haven't you seen Lord of the Rings? And then I was like, oh, wait, hold on. That actually looks like a giant fucking hobgoblin when I watched that.
I didn't believe it until I saw Rick Akis, good friend of the show. He did a video basically where he slowed it right down and you could see that one of the missiles that it shot moved in between the gun. And it proved the perspective. And at that point I was just like, no, I can't handle it. Like, imagine getting shot by that. It's just going to be It's going to be rude. It's going to be fucking rude.
So
I can't wait, though. Can't wait.
I like rude.
Sloth and I spoke about this, right? Because Destiny's done this in the past. And there was mixed opinions in my chat. Do you think that they've given away too much information?
Yes.
And for me, seeing console this early on, I thought that was too much. I don't know. He's meant to be like in my mind, he was a Palpatine. He was like the guy pulling the puppet strings. So, and to see that he's just a Cabal, I don't know, it's a bit of a letdown. What do you think? We
will see more of him, but I can guarantee you that we would have seen console at the end of the first mission, start of the second. Yeah. I can guarantee you of that because it is such a lightning war. Like a blitzkrieg on the tower. Everyone has been evac'd. The speaker's been captured. Akora's disappeared off the face of on the wings of a Cabal ship. Cade's disappeared somewhere else. And everyone's scattered. So why wouldn't they bring in some sort of dialogue between the bosses of the of the winners of the
I don't know if it's
15-minute war?
What do you reckon, Denzer?
I just think it's too early, and I kind of feel like they're overutilizing Cade in many ways. Like Cade has this personality that you'd love to hear, and I'm concerned that it will lose its what's the word? I guess it's fluster, its stronghold on us. Impact is a word, yes. on us because they're using him like so much. You continue to see him in nearly every video.
So the difference between like a first date and when you've like married your wife.
Oh yeah, I think my wife is watching. If she is, I love you, baby.
The day that Danny gets on Twitch and starts watching your content with hearing it fully instead of hearing it through a closed door is the day she is going to shave your fucking head, Marlon.
Can you imagine if Danny just burst through my door and just fucking bang my head on the floor?
I've been expecting it for weeks now, honestly. I think you're right. I think you're onto something there, Denzer, man, because they're kind of like, he's in everything but a shit sandwich at the moment. Like, really, he is.
And I understand.
And the whole quirky thing, like he's just holding a chicken. He wants to give everyone a hug. Let's try really hard to make him the most endearing person possible. Just, you know what? One of the coolest things about... Well, yeah, it works for now, but once the whole game's like that, where it's just zany Cade instead of Cade that's kind of taking a fucking...
Cade's everywhere.
He's that underhanded kind of... I'll do what I need to do to fucking get shit done kind of dude with a smart ass attitude. He's kind of the Michelangelo of the bunch now instead of the Raphael, you know what I mean? Like he's become that.
What if
like, don't get me wrong, I love watching him.
Yeah. Sorry. You know, like what if he's now? Like, what if they've introduced him? They've built him up as this sort of comic relief to begin with, and then something happens. And he snaps halfway through. And instead of being the comedic relief, he is the balls to the wall. We can't fail.
He does
run through the enemy fire. No, I mean like runs directly into no man's land into the gun situation. Yeah,
that'd be a good plot.
But they said that Cade does something that no one expects him to do. He's a hero. That's why he's trapped on Nessus or whatever. That's all we have to. Cade's going to be trapped in Nessus, and they already sort of said that all the Vanguard, their personalities that we know them as, you know, Zavala, this immovable force that, you know, has defended the city, fucking goes and has a cry on Titan and bails, and Cade, the comedic guy, does something heroic, and I mean, Cora Ray just does warlock stuff.
So what do you mean hiding behind Titans? Is
pretty much.
That the general gist of it?
Yeah, come on.
In a bubble.
We're not starting this. We get fucking shit posts every week in the YouTube comments. Just, he's up on X subclass that isn't Titans. You know, let's give him a break for a week.
But there's so like I said, there's that Cade 6 video with that start on the front of it, which is that sexy Cade 6 where he's laying back, he's got his knee up, and he's just like, how you doing? I'm Cade 6. I mean Nathan Fillion. But the really interesting video that I actually only sort of got to briefly watch was the Hawthorne video. Now, Matt, I know you watched this. I know you would have watched.
I know. This came out when I was at work today, right? Isn't it just come out today?
Yeah, like just today.
No, I honestly, I've been smashed with work. I got home, I made a video, and then I got on this podcast. I haven't even caught up with it. But tell me, what did your eagle eye see, Sloth?
She is a very serious character. She is a very...
Well, she fucking better be, because the collector's edition is like $250 and you get it back.
She comes out, she's like, hey, popping jokes, hey. And then she's just like, oh my God, give me back my money. No, but she is a very serious character. She's very, from what I can gather, she's not for the Guardians. She's more wanting to just defend the normal people.
Yeah. Is she a Guardian? First question.
No.
I don't think so.
No?
Well, maybe.
She and
wait, wasn't there a dialogue between her and Cade? There was.
Mate, I'd have to go back. I'd have to go back and watch it through again because I don't remember. But her and Devram Kay, as far as I can remember, are not Guardians.
I think they're not. I think they're not Guardians. I agree. From what I've seen, they look.
I'm watching it now. Just.
I mean, you can't tell
very
without
much
seeing it goes.
But she's very much a resistance fighter, like Sassy has said in the chat. She's about. Like the guard, I reckon that she is going to be one of those people who's like, well, what did the Guardians do for us? Yes, but they got rid of Oryx and all that sort of thing. But when the Blitzkrieg came, they couldn't protect us.
Yeah.
They're about as useful as an ashtray on a motorbike now that the Traveller is gone.
Well, I think that makes perfect sense, right? Because, the Guardians have been like equalized with everyone else now. So you have these like resistant fighters that never would make the cut as a soldier because they couldn't have a revive. And now goals come in and like level the field, and all of a sudden, like, Guardians are scared to die now, but you've got these people that have been fighting previously that have never had the option of being revived. And I think there's probably truth to that, because Devrim's a sniper and so is her. And why wouldn't, if you only got one life, you got to fucking sit in the back line at the top of a church with a sniper rifle, right?
I like Devrim's character. He's very he reminds me of Sir Hammerlock from Borderlands, just not quite as silly, but just as proper.
So I got a bit confused. I have to watch this again. I felt like there was a really silly voice in one of the trailers, and first I thought it was Devrim, then I thought, no, it's too different. Did you spot that?
No,
there was one that
him.
Was like,
it's him. There's a bit of,
was that him?
Yeah, it's him. But I don't know. He seems to have like I think they're going for that like dry wit kind of character. Like I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about the first one where they're basically doing the public event and that sort of stuff, it was definitely his voice over that.
Because I thought of Borderlands straight away, and then I was like, oh wait, was that Devrim? I don't know. It felt I don't really know the character enough yet to know what he would say.
And the worst part is we have 13 days to wait.
You know what concerns me most about the magnitude of the shit that came out in the last 2 days is that they're going to want to keep the hype train rolling, and to do that, it'll mean
be more
releasing more things. And I think right now, we're at the point where if they go any further, they'll tip the scales and it'll be too much.
Yeah, cut it off. Cut it off now. Leave us with blue balls. Leave us with blue balls for another week. Okay?
Yep.
At least until we're inside a week mark, and then go radio silent.
Yeah.
Once we're inside a week mark, radio silence. Nothing.
The thing is, you got the beta. You only got like what? Isn't it a beta in like 2 days?
The beta is on
early access 27th.
Tuesday, or if I remember
28
correctly.
for us, yeah.
Yeah, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for us. And that's the open beta. So that's going to be interesting, but that's the same as what we had before, just with evidently what seems to be a sword and a new PvP map.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll bank on the distraction of the beta on PC for a few days, but I do fear that there will be, this time next week, more shit rollout, and it'll be a bit. I'm worried that it'll be too much, because I mean, I've watched everything that I can. I mean, I haven't watched the Hawthorne video as yet, but watching sort of people's videos on the content as well, there is a hell of a lot that people are trawling through especially that 90-minute video, and they've found there is so much in terms of like people are piecing together the progression systems from it. They're piecing together how we're going about getting items, all that sort of stuff, filling in the blanks of the systems. And there's also the stuff about the third subclasses that is in there too. You know, it's way more than suggested. I think at this point we can all sort of go, well, it's a thing. It's, you know,
everyone's saying it's confirmed.
Yeah,
it's something like everyone going into like looking into all this and really data mining all of the information. I don't really just be hyped, sure, but don't do it just to spoil, or don't do it just to get ahead of the curve.
I don't think anyone is. I think
there are people out there who are doing it just to get ahead of the curve. They do it for Game of Thrones. They do it for Star Wars. They did it for Star Wars Rogue One and Episode 8 or 7. You know, like that's just the way.
Yeah, but that's just the game, man. That's just a YouTube game.
I understand that, but they just need to stop.
Well, but the thing is, you don't have to watch it, you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. True. You are correct. You are very correct.
Yeah. And but on the flip side, there are people that do want to see it though. That find it doesn't spoil it for them. you know, the people that will get them more pumped to play Destiny 2. And you know, if I wasn't a content creator, I would probably just avoid it too. But also, you got to remember, like, there's a competitive scene to Destiny, even for like a casual player. Like, you want to get the best loot as quick as possible so you can be ready for whenever they drop the raid. You know, there's a big portion of people that want to be raid ready whenever that drops, and what that comes down to is understanding how the system works and where you should be spending most of your time. And, you know, if you've got a family and a job, sometimes you want to know that shit. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do, and you might want to know where you be sinking time into adventures and sectors and whatever. And other people don't want to know nothing. They just want to get in there and explore and see it for the first time for themselves.
Yeah.
I am aiming to be raid ready. I want to take part in the raid races. That is something that I want to take part in. The same as what we did for Rise of Iron. I'm not sure if you want to take part, lads, Log and Mylan, because are you on Xbox, Denzer?
Yeah, I'm on all 3 platforms actually.
Okay.
But yeah, we've got the same thing with our Dynamics clan. Pretty much the same thing. We're on that race, so
I think
looking forward to it.
I think to touch on your point, Sloth. Like right now, there are so many people who are choosing to just ostracize themselves from the release of content, and I think that's fine. Which is probably why we all sort of beat around the bush a bit, talking about what we were talking about before we got onto this, because we know that, you know, like, people are going to take it that way. I think for me, I probably would have tried to avoid it, but I would have failed. So there's that. But at the same time, you know, I think it's fine. I think where we're at right now is fine. My concern is that it'll go further. But
like the exotics and stuff, please don't reveal. I love the excitement of that first, like, you know,
exactly.
when you first play Destiny, before anyone got a chance to make a video, if someone in your fire team's like, "Hey man, I just picked up this yellow engram," what? And then it, like, you know, like, that's really exciting. And
yeah, exactly.
I don't want to see any more exotics either. Like, there's some things that need to remain, I think, a little bit more mysterious.
I miss the grind more so than anything else. I miss the grind, and I some people don't. They just like that kind of stuff, but I miss going into the Vault of Glass, doing it 30 times. You know, just to try and get that one Vex Mythic class.
See, I don't miss the grind, but I do at the same time, because I had to Iron Banner my 30s for like for Vault of Grass. Vault of Grass.
Hey, new raid confirmed. Vault of Grass.
But Vault of Glass, I had to Iron Banner my 30s and all that sort of thing. Like, it sucked. But it is what it is. I think I'm in a better position now, like, where I've got, you know, like, I've got a fucking multitude of people to play with. We've got the clan as well, which we're going to be fucking letting people know about over the next few weeks. We've got Mylan as well, even though that he's a raid scrub and a PvP nerd.
Wait, mate, you wait.
Yeah, I'm a bit scared of him now after we took him into PvP and all this time of him just talking about how shit he is, and then he was just stomping like a boss.
You know what? That was the good thing. When Man-at-Arms, Mylan, Log and I went into PvP, when the console beta was out, rather, we killed it. And we killed it because it was gunplay, not ability spam the simulator. It was gunplay. And I know that I'm not the best player. Log knows that he's not the best player. Mylan is not the fucking best player. Man-at-Arms is not the best.
Why was mine so convincing? Mylan is definitely not the best.
No, you compare to a trials run on the final weekend of trials runs.
Yeah.
Where it was just ability spam. Just ability spam. It's good to see that. And it gives people who focus on gunplay and not ability cheese to enjoy PvP, because that was fucking awesome fun.
Yeah,
that was the most fun I've had in Respawn.
I have to say the same thing.
Vanilla.
I think it's definitely moved that way. I think we can categorically say, even if they do speed up the rate at which you accumulate your super, and even if you did manage to get 2 per PvP game, it'd still be more focused on gunplay. It's just the way it's been built, and I think that's great. I mean, I think we're flogging a dead horse in that. We've spoken about that at length, but I don't know, boys. Do you want to get into some of the stuff, into the tidbits that have been mined out of these releases?
Yeah, fill me in.
I got a list.
I know nothing. Yeah,
let us know, log. Lad on us, man.
All right. Probably the first thing and the biggest thing is the return of the 3 subclasses. I mean, I don't think there's anything actually been seen of hammers yet, but definitely Tickle Fingers and Chewing Gum Hunter Gun thing. The Night Stalker. I had to think about that. That's bad. So, I mean, they've been basically to the point of not even seeing them. They're in the game. Like, if the only way we're going to have any more proof is if we actually physically see them.
So
it does seem
what I saw
a
was
collection
like
of shards that we basically progressed through to then eventually pick up this ability tree or this subclass. I suppose is probably more apt. But
but
how do you guys feel
got to think about it. I think this is a good idea. I think it's going to be come DLC number 4 or something comes along, and that one piece of artifact or one thing that you need to pick up releases. I don't know. The Sunbreaker or the Stormcaller.
Dude, honestly, I think it'll be in release.
Who knows?
Wasn't there?
I'm almost certain it'll be in release. They wouldn't have let it fucking pop up if it wasn't in release, because they know what the community will do. And if they let it come out like that and then go, oh no, by the way, it's in fucking 8 months' time, people will fucking shit.
We don't know. I don't know.
From what I saw, and I need to only watch this once. From what I saw was a piece of the Traveler's Shard, which I think is how we're going to get our powers back anyway. So collecting those pieces.
Yep.
And when that happened, it was like the old Grimoire card flash at the bottom, and it had a description of what was just scanned, sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And it said something like returning abilities or something like that. And then on the side where you would get like your engram drop and things, the symbol, you know how sometimes you get symbols unlocked there, like when you unlock, like when you got the Sunbreaker, like on Mercury, you actually got like the subclass symbol.
Yep.
That came up on screen and there was one for the Void, there was one for the Night Stalker, and there was a solar one for the Titan, and there was an arc one for the Warlock. So unless that's only going to be like, I don't know, the quest that unlocks it, I think there will be a quest to unlock it, but I think it will be in early D2 release.
Yeah, honestly, I hope that I don't get it. I hope that it isn't
just
the case.
Ignore it.
And I honestly don't want this game to go so fast. I want this game to last.
That's why I asked, like, how do you feel about it? Because honestly, for me, I'm a little bit. I don't know why. I'm disappointed. Yeah. Maybe it's just because I fucking hate Tickle Fingers that I don't want it to come back. But at the same time, like, I think it kind of then what happens in the DLC? Like then where's that carrot down the line? I can't wait for this to come out because hopefully there's that. I'll get the.
Hopefully we get a 4th subclass.
Do you really want a 4th subclass though?
Now we're speculating.
More problems. I want one, but I feel like it'll be
Radiance across the board. That's what we're saying.
I will fight you in the street naked.
You heard it here first. That's what's going to happen.
I will fight you in the street naked, Denzer. It'll be a sight to see.
I'm all keen for it. Just let me know where and when.
Yeah, righto, mate. We'll do.
It'll be hilarious.
Just to quickly cover off in the TWAB as well, guys. If you're playing on the beta, now I've posted this in chat as well. But if you're one of the audio listeners, if you're playing in the beta, if you're playing in the beta, make sure you check out the Destiny 2 PC beta in the dock, the Destiny Operations Center. There is some few things that you guys need to take a good look at so you can get it running properly on your PC. So please look in the TWAB. Make sure you check out the Destiny Operations Center. make sure that you know that your computer is up to spec before trying to do anything. All right, guys. Now, regardless, any other things? Oh, yes. Well, we have spoken about this before. If you are one of those people, which we have had one, at least to our knowledge, who linked their BattleNet to their Bungie net and wiped their Bungie net stats, there is a profile recovery link in the TWAB. All right, guys? There is a profile recovery link in the TWAB. Make sure you follow it. If you need any help, please click on the help article or contact your nearest ninja moderator, as they like to call themselves on the Bungie forums, and they may be able to help you out. All right, guys? But yeah, I'm struggling to control my inner nerd.
I can tell.
Struggling
you
to
just
control
completely
the
steered us away from the cool shit to talk about the fucking
Oh,
account recovery.
Yeah. Log. On your list, I think we got to the first item, which was the new subclasses.
Deranged Sloth, Master of Tangents. Good job. All right, okay.
You want a tangent? I'll give you a fucking tangent. Sit here 15 minutes and tear shreds off you for being a cockroach.
I'm just going to pick out a handful of things from this fucking monster of a list that I've compiled here that I may have just stolen from Reddit. But whatever. The Glimmer Cap is no longer 25,000. It's 99,999. So that's a plus. Which just means things will be more expensive.
That's a good point.
So there was a thing called bright engrams that basically once you hit level cap, it's like you know how you spawn motes of light for hitting the level and it's really nothing. You'll be rewarded with these things called bright engrams that actually contain shit that's useful. So that's looking forward to that. What else have we got? There is a heroic version of public events that's unlocked. I think probably the biggest impression that I gained from watching the longer video was just how you were just constantly like farming in stuff, like no matter what you were doing. I mean, I know that Destiny 1 was sort of always like that in the beginning, that no matter what you did, you kind of got something useful, and it sort of really stopped being that way once you got towards endgame. I hope that's a trend in Destiny 2, in that we're going to see more viability for the PvE tasks other than raids to sort of get gear, because it does seem like it's going to be that way. They're dishing out legendaries, things like that. It's positive for mine.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of stuff to do, and I think the thing for me is going to be like meeting up with random people. There's always something about meeting someone randomly in an open world and banding together. I think that has that feeling only happened a couple times in Destiny because the events were so hard to find, and then you sort of got over it. But I think this will have that really fresh feel of like, holy shit, this event's going down, and then all of a sudden all these guardians just spawn out of nowhere, and you've got people by your side and you're fighting whatever for the very first time. I think that's actually going to be a really fun experience in the open world.
I think it's going to be, and even on top of that, the fact that there's a timer there where people can see when these events are going to be happening. Like 2 minutes before these events come in, you're going to have people start to roll in, fucking having a dance, doing the emotes,
This guy's actually going to be funny. I can imagine seeing some really fun, I can imagine us being in a team and then seeing some pleb come along and just ride their sparrow off the edge, or just get hit by the war sat, or just,
there's going to be moments. I think that will make moments.
Just straight off the bat, just like some fucking pleb walks in, gets hit by the war sat. Bang! No, but I told you about how I found Tower on Mars, right? Like I think it was Jazz and I were wandering around on Mars, and like Tower just jumps over the top of the hill, like shoots a whole bunch of dudes, and he's like joins the party. He's like, "Oh, hey guys, how you doing?" But what I really want from D2 is not having to go to fucking orbit to come back down into the same fucking fire team.
It does seem to roll through.
I want that to change. I want
it'll be interesting
to be able
to see how that pans out.
Do you know what I sort of want? I sort of want the default option to be everyone in game chat, so people are just yelling and screaming and doing dumb shit. A little bit of me wants it to be like that.
I turned that off in PUBG for a reason, because it is loud, is it obnoxious. I don't need to, as soon as I load into a game, hear a whole bunch of really shitty, over, like just really loud crap with a whole bunch of 13-year-olds screaming racist remarks as they are prone to do on the internet. No, thank you. I'd rather just. I would rather stick my dick in a blender, honestly.
I mean, I think you should do that for the betterment of humanity anyway, but still. I'm kind of with Matt in that, like, I want it to be opt-in chaos. Like, maybe you don't have to use it, but you get in there. I just think, because when you consider that PC will come along and it will have text chat, it'll have area text chat. They unveiled that earlier in the week too. Deej was sort of showing what all that was about. We don't have that option on the console, so really we just got to scream at each other and listen to really loud fucking dubstep and mouth breathe and all that shit to really just get the most out of it. I think that's
the ice cream truck.
Yeah, just garbage.
How many times you hear that?
You know that guy that's always like playing fucking clips off his phone, trying to make everyone laugh?
Yeah, exactly.
I know one of those guys. He may or may not be watching the stream right now. If you are, it's fucking annoying, and stop.
I know one of those guys. He's actually one of the dudes who's on the panel at the moment. Log. I mean, shit. Sorry.
I've never done one.
You have so, don't you fucking lie. I have links. I have clips, sir.
Of what? Oh, all right, whatever.
Anyway.
Good. Yeah, Sloth's just
Can't
so
tell us
excited. There's different revive animations. That's something that someone's picked up. I think that's, I'm interested to see more of this. I wonder if we're going to get to the point where we can customize them. I mean, we did see that with consumables in Destiny 1, in that you could, change the way your revive animation looked and things like that for a short period of time. But if that's an ongoing thing that's customizable, I think it's just another thing that we can add to our personalization, so to speak.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of movement on deleting? Like, you remember how we could get, like you said, you had the different spawning animations and all that sort of thing. Can we fucking just delete those instead of using them now? Like, really, honestly,
because that was fucking annoying, wasn't it?
That was frustrating.
Oh, you know what? To go back like 45 minutes. You know how you said, Denzer, that people pulled you out on things that you say all the time that you don't realise that you say?
Yes.
I just realised how often I say, let's be honest. It's like
that's just one of those things you say. And you probably won't even recognise that you're saying it until you start thinking about it.
Now,
or until you're honest with yourself.
Yes.
That's true as well.
Jump into PUBG and it's just, yeah, but
That's all you hear.
I don't know. I mean, I think we've covered off on the biggest stuff. I don't want to get into the real fucking, like, how the health bars work and all that sort of stuff. That's stuff that's, use your eyes, people. You can fucking either look at the videos or look at the game when it comes out. You're going to be looking at it for the next 3 years, I suppose. So, you don't want to get too familiar with the health bars straight away. Right?
Denzer, did you say anything else?
Nothing so much. I mean, obviously, looking at, like I said, the only my concern is that there's so much hype coming into Destiny 2. And I try to tend to stay away from all that hype, and I only watched things today, to be honest, to be up to scratch today with you guys. Yeah. And I honestly just felt like I shouldn't have been watching it, because I just want it to be special. I want it to be one of those moments where I picked up the game and it's like, oh my god, what is this exotic? What is this game?
If I wasn't making content, I wouldn't be watching the videos either.
I would have caved and watched it, but I would have tried.
Does that beg the question, as three of us who stream on the Twitch platform, all of us who stream on the Twitch platform, and Denzer also doing the YouTube thing as well, are you going to be streaming and creating content? Well, sorry, you will be creating content for YouTube, Matt and Denzer, but will you be streaming the first run through?
Yeah, I actually find my experience with streaming, I enjoy sharing with other people. I'm not a person that likes to do it by myself. I don't like having people in my party chat because you motherfuckers talk over the dialogue every single time and I can't fucking hear the lore.
Have a mute button on your stream deck. Stop being such a pain in the behind.
But
that's why we use Discord.
on stream is actually, I find that really enjoyable to share those moments. So if
Absolutely.
people can't get the game, don't have the game yet, and they want to watch it, I will be streaming it. Yeah.
It does pause it like that. Is everyone doing the midnight run? Like, is everyone getting the midnight
I'll be doing,
running through?
Yeah, I'll be doing the countdown. Looking forward to it.
It'll pre-download, and because the girls get back the night before, hopefully, they'll probably I'll probably just be sleeping through it, and I will play it that week. I'll stream something else every night, but I'm not streaming. I'm not streaming my first run through. I want
Really?
to, and I said this to my chat last night. I said it's not that I don't want to stream it, but everyone who is in most of the people who are in at least my community,
they'll all be playing it.
They'll all be playing it.
They want to play with you as well. Yeah.
No, I know, but I don't want. I just want to be able to sit back and go. It's not that I don't enjoy talking. That's something I'm good at. I talk shit all the time. I mean, look at me. But like it's. I would rather just play it, learn every intricacy that I can get through on my first run through, and then stream the second run through. Does that make sense? I want to. I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it with people, but I want to enjoy it by myself.
I get that. I completely get that.
Yeah, I can respect it. It won't be what I'm doing. I mean, I'm used to sitting on fucking no viewers anyway, so.
Oh, look at that! 0 viewers. They must.
I'm gonna really try and cash in on that period of time where, like,
you might fucking get some more viewers, right?
Yeah,
Says the guy that turned on his stream once and for PlayStation. And how many new followers did you get with Horizon Zero Dawn?
80 in a session.
Oh wow!
Jeez.
I felt bad about it.
Wow!
I felt bad about it.
See what happens when you turn it on?
Yeah, but I know. But the thing is, it's like, I mean, let's take a step away from the Destiny spoiler fucking zone for a little while. That's a thing. Like, that is really a thing. I think, like, I don't understand why it happened, and it was weird, and there was fucking no interaction. Like, as I said to you guys, it feels like bots. Like, it dead set feels like bots. Like, here's miscellaneous dude number 356, and they all have these, like, really generic names, and they don't say anything, and they give you a follow, and then they fuck off. And I'm like, well, like, I mean, normally I would have been stoked if I'd had that many followers.
Quality,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
quantity, right?
I mean,
I have
even
spoken to several people about this, and we, as in, like, the three of us, and I think I've spoken to you on other streams and other social media means, Denzer, about it as well. At least you were in the party when we were speaking to her. I think it was in Denver's Discord or something. But it's the app. It finds a channel. You go through a questionnaire. It finds a channel because you must have a verified. From what I can tell, you must have a verified
account.
Twitch login before you can chat. So you must have a verified chat. So you go through the thing. You go, I like shooters. I like this. I like that and that and that and that and that and that. And they go, oh shit, Log Power Slave. Oh shit, Mylan Games. Oh shit, Denzer Gaming. Yeah. Let's give them a follow. So yes. Yeah. Yes, like even when I spoke to Sonny about this, like Sonny from a few weeks ago as a guest on the cast, a nice dude. But I spoke to Sonny about this, and he said, yeah, it is more or less a legitimate bot. It's a legitimate follow bot that Twitch has brought it in, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you're getting 80 to 100 followers per night, and you're not getting the stream interaction that you usually would from 80 or 100 followers of people who are actually there in your channel clicking the button.
It's weird.
Is it really worth it, though?
It's just numbers.
Is it really worth it, though? It is just numbers. So, like, it doesn't mean anything that a friend of mine hit fucking 3,000 followers the other day after streaming 16 hours playing fucking Nathan Drake Collection. I'm like, congratulations, hit 3,000 followers, and they said to me, Twitch bot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I'm not trying to suck
the other side of it is.
It's
I mean, you know what? I'll take it. If you're Twitch, if you're listening, I'll take those fucking followers.
Yeah,
You
but
got
look at it from the other
partnership
side,
right
Matt.
out your ass.
Look at it from the other side. There's some poor arsehole who's just verified his account and is logging into Twitch maybe for the first time, and he gets put in the stream of a drunk Australian wearing a sleeveless flannelette shirt, playing a game he has no idea how to play, going, what's this? Oh, it's a fucking dinosaur. Like, I mean, fuck, they probably turned... You know why they never commented? Because they were like, wow, Twitch is fucked. I'm never coming back to this ever. Who is this moron?
Yeah.
But like it's I don't know how to feel about it. I will take a follow at the end of the day. I don't mind.
Yeah, you can't
What I
say that.
do mind,
You just gotta get used
what I
to
do.
it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like what I do mind is okay. All right, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not great for.
I think it upsets the economy of what a follow is really worth. Because normally, if I get like 3 or 4, I'm excited about it, and like I get to meet new people because they come in, they interact, and it was a really weird night. Honestly, it was just a different. I was playing a game I wasn't familiar with, so that's always one of those things where you kind of feel like you're interacting worse with the chat than you normally would be because you're distracted by things, trying to learn things. But at the same time, it was just odd. It was just a really odd thing, personally. Anyway.
The other thing, though, is I think people that started in Destiny have a very different perspective of what a Twitch chat looks like. Because I did a little bit of streaming of Paragon, and that's a MOBA. And I had some really friendly raids, like 100+ follower raids into my stream from people in that community. And, put me quite at the top of the directory. But the chat's different. They're not necessarily there they definitely don't talk as much as the guys in Destiny. They're not there to have a chit chat. They're actually more there to watch gameplay and actually see technical skills. Whereas Destiny's much more social than that. So the Twitch chat's very different depending on the game. And I think a lot of Destiny streamers go towards games that are very interactive with their chat. So people coming in through whatever method this is, they might just not be used to those kind of games, which are really social. They might be there to just watch.
Well, I mean, you look at where dudes like Goth, Morning After Kill, Jay Sniperton, you look where those guys came from. They came from a Borderlands directory.
Yeah.
They came from a Borderlands directory. So it wasn't a CS:GO. It wasn't a PUBG. It wasn't one of those games where it's just like, holy shit, like this is just like it wasn't a League of Legends stream.
You can read the chat. You don't.
But
have
you can sit there and you can read the chat. And I think that's the and you look, these type of dudes are the trendsetters for the Destiny community. People watch those and go, I want to be like Goth. And I know people who have said that to me. I want to be like Goth.
After I saw his house, I want to be like Goth.
I've been to his house, man.
Motherfucker, I want to organise a festival. Fuck.
I almost said after I saw his wife, but I thought that was too far.
Yeah, because, Danny would have come in that fucking door.
I know, Danny would have come in there.
Maddie.
Maddie. All right, well, what we might do, we haven't done this for a little while. We're just going to keep talking, but if you've got any questions, just hit us with them, because we're kind of in this awkward position where we're trying to contain ourselves because we're all legitimately that excited. We're deliberately distracting ourselves from talking about Destiny. So if there's anything really pointed that you want to ask, that you've come here to hear us talk about, hit us up now, because we can go into this shit and deep dive and we're gone. We're in the Matrix for the next fucking week, right? So just let us know.
Can we go back to the intro, because we've been doing a lot of talking and we didn't ask Denzer the question we always ask every guest, which is how did you start off?
Yeah, shit.
What got you into YouTube and Twitch? So maybe while we wait for some questions from chat, you could tell us what attracted you to YouTube. Why did you start a YouTube channel?
Honestly, a lot of things at the time were going through my personal life. I actually lost my father to cancer. And Destiny was my outlet. Destiny was my game of choice. My beautiful wife bought it for me, and she's like, try gaming out. So I started playing the game, and I fell in love with it. Like, it was the game of choice. I could not take my hands off it. I was playing it for close to 7 to 8 hours a day, and I decided with a couple of clanmates, they said, you know a lot about this. Why don't you start making YouTube videos? And with my IT experience that I have, because I do IT for a living, I started to look into, hey, why don't I start making videos? And I would do predominantly, I'd watch guys like you. I'd watch other people as well, the names of King Gathalion, of course, and you just go, wow, these guys are amazing. I want to be just like them. And it was pretty much where I started my journey. And I think my first video was a PlayStation update. There was a PlayStation video I uploaded to YouTube because I just figured it out, and it was a game. And I used YouTube song music to make it look good.
Dude, I still that.
So
I can write my own music, man. I am completely capable at writing fucking. I could write anything I felt like it, and I still use shit from the fucking public catalog.
So there is a question here from SlickPickle06. I had an idea. What if the reason they ended Trials of Osiris early was because of the of the Osiris DLC in D2? What's your comment? Denzer, what do you reckon, mate?
So you're saying that they stopped Trials of Osiris because of D2?
This is what I'm guessing Slick is meaning. Like they would have stopped Trials anyway, but that's beside the point. But the fact that it was was it last weekend or the weekend before?
It was a long time. I mean, there's such a gap between the next stage. I think it's to do with changes to said environment, maybe. I mean, there's a lot of things. You're seeing a lot of maintenance windows happened in the last couple of weeks. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed that.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
And those maintenance windows have happened directly after the days of, trials days ending. Do we see there could be a change in, how they've set up their boxes or something? Maybe they've come across some kind of bug that they're trying to fix or trying to work around or something. I don't know.
Well, I was going to ask you: is there reason to start shifting resources for the PC beta? And it's because I don't have an IT background whatsoever. It's the opposite of that. But would there be something like that where, the PC beta is launching after this weekend? We can't dedicate those resources to whatever.
Possibly. I mean, I don't really see. There could be, a dedicated server somewhere or some kind of, you know what? It could be anything. Let's put it that way. Yeah. I think that if Destiny 2 came across and they're doing the Destiny beta, they wouldn't be just eliminating trials for that reason. I think that they're using this to begin the journey into Destiny 2, and that people will start to have to, I guess, drop off from the whole trials experience moving into Destiny 2, knowing full well that these betas are going to be coming out. Yeah. I'm quite surprised, though, because this is something I thought about. Obviously, they've done the beta for Xbox and PlayStation. Why not consider doing it with PC as well, just as a little extra? You know what I mean? I thought that was actually going to happen. Giving them access once again to a beta, just to show that, because it is about promoting the game.
Yeah,
and it'll be a good way of sort of testing, I guess, their servers, the capacity, whether or not they needed maintenance, stuff like that.
I think Ed's probably raises a valid point in that it was just assets that they were having to maintain that they've now freed the live team up to not have to worry about it anymore.
Hey, there's a good point as well.
Spun out of the system. It also gives, it forces this period of everyone's focus to shift. If everyone could get in and sweat on trials, we had the big, weekend send off, rotated through a heap of maps, have a lot of fun. Everyone jumped in, knew it would be the last time, got it over and done with. Here we stand, ready to, embrace something new, and we're not there's no, what's the trials map this week? It's just, right, get your fucking shit in order, kiss your loved ones goodbye, get your fucking stock up on your Pop-Tarts and your fucking Monster Energy or whatever the fuck it is, and get into your dungeon and get ready to go.
Honestly, that also brings up a fucking valid point. I'm not sure if they're releasing it here, but if they do, are you going to go out and buy a Rockstar just because you want the fucking the extra
code
XP? Yeah. Do you want the extra?
We spoke about this on our stream and think
we spoke about this. Last week.
I think that is the. I know we spoke about this, but it just plays on my mind every time someone brings it up. It is just the silliest thing going.
It fucks up your progression. I'll say this.
Yeah.
You go and you boost your XP, it fucks your progression. You'll end up with a whole heap of missions to do and no reason to fucking do them. So just don't.
Yes, exactly. They made the progression balance the campaign and the missions. They did not make it so it's not going to be like half as slow. So you actually need fucking Red Bull or whatever to actually progress properly. Like, and we know that in Destiny, if you get a couple levels ahead, it's just a fucking walk in the park.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I think this is more for the catered for the, I have to work 24 hours a day. I only have 5 minutes to play the game. Let me grind for that 5 minutes to
I need a Rockstar energy instead
I need
of
a
sleep.
Rockstar energy drink. It's just like, well, dude, it's not the point of the game.
Is it for the people? Like, and I'm not. I'm going to stay very, very far away from the word casuals because I don't think there's such thing as in PvE at least. I don't think there's such thing as a casual and a hardcore player. But that's beside the point. Do you think that this is for the people? They want to aim this at the people. Not so much the children on ADHD medication who are struggling to focus on something for less than 5 seconds. Correction, for more than 5 seconds, but for the people who have very limited time, i.e., people who have full-time jobs.
No,
I just think it's promotion.
You know what it is?
I just think it's promotion.
It's honestly a promotion.
It's just fucking Rockstar went, we'll give you X amount of money if we can print your shit on our tins and fucking have an EXP boost or some other incentive, and they went, okay, that's it. That's all there is to it. There's no divine purpose. There's no method to the madness. It is just straight up business. There's no logical fucking connection between Destiny and Pop-Tarts. It's just stupid. Go and eat them. Who gives a fuck? The end.
Who came up with Pop-Tarts? You know what I mean? Like,
dumb.
what?
I mean, Keg's been having a field day.
I mean, you think at least they give us Tim Tams with them. You know what I mean? Like,
in Australia, it should be Tim Tams.
Vegemite or something. I don't know.
fucking yeah. I was just about to mention Keg's been having a fucking field day on Twitter.
They've been really funny.
Field day on Twitter with just be like, buy
sultanas,
salaries and shit. Salt and this, that, and the other. He's been having a field day on Twitter.
Destiny branded celery. What was the one today? The speaker signature series speakers.
Yeah,
get your speakers.
Get your speakers.
He's just a pest. He must be fucking slow at work because normally he's too busy to get through shit like that. But garbage luck.
That's funny. That is funny.
If you want to see that garbage, go on the DDU podcast fucking Twitter. It's all on there. We've retweeted it all. It's stupid. Light bulbs. Where to get your light? That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There are some fucking very interesting thought process behind going on behind the advertising director's eyes in Bungie at the moment.
There are no thought processes going on. There are accepting money and giving the branding away. That is it.
I'd say there is, at one point there would have been, hundreds of companies going to Bungie, Activision, and saying, I'm willing to pay X to be part of the Destiny release. What can we get for codes? And I think Rockstar and Pop-Tarts
threw the most money.
Throw the most money. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't seen Coca-Cola. All these other brands that you think that would be at least related to the whole idea of gaming. These things are completely, I don't know.
I'm gonna throw this out there now, dudes. Why is there no Destiny beer? Because I would buy it. It is the one thing that I'd be like, yeah, I have to buy that. I can't even.
But maybe that's just the adult version. Maybe kids think the same way.
Kids aren't going to be able to.
Darvin's put it in the chat there before. Darwin's put it in the chat there before. I mean, if there was a Destiny code on a carton of Forex and a carton of Winfield Gold, I mean, I'd be all over it. But I don't think they can sell that as part of a PG game, honestly.
Well, to be honest, they might as fucking well if they're giving them energy drinks and Pop Tarts. Might as well put her on a fucking pack of cigarettes.
That is another thing that I just got reminded of. Fucking Virgin Media giving away a free Sparrow for signing up to ISP.
That's just Richard Branson. That's just.
I'm sorry, what?
Virgin Media in Britain have been given away. It's like a model Sparrow, as far as I'm aware.
Oh my god!
To sign up to Virgin Internet over there.
What?
Yeah, it's
Like
just dumb.
Would you be proud of that? Would you be proud to tell everyone like your service? Hey, is that bad for your online security? It's like, oh, that guy's got Virgin Internet.
You know, to some degree, yeah, it has to be. It has to be. There'd be a parent server that you'd be running through that, you know, at some point, yeah, it'd have to be. But, I mean, honestly, the thing with this shit is, eventually it comes out anyway. You know, I saw a tweet got shared in our clan today. There was some fuckwit selling an emblem for $70 US. Destiny 2 emblem unlock. Go back and have a look. Bundy shared it. And everyone went, you are high off your ass. And we went and looked at it. And there were people, oh, I'd love this. This is fucking great. I'll pay for this. What the fuck are you doing with your time, people? Seriously. Give me your $70. I'll give you a high five.
How do you sell emblem?
And
I
it's
don't
an emblem
understand
code.
how you give people stuff.
just a code.
It's just a code. I'm pretty sure on the bottom of those things that I've been seeing, like win this on Twitter, like retweet it and follow me to win and all that sort of thing. I am sure it says on the bottom of that, not for individual resale. I am actually 100% sure that it doesn't fucking say that.
People.
So I can guarantee you that if he's put that on Twitter, I hope someone has taken his name. I hope someone has taken his Twitter handle. I hope someone has taken his gamer tag and thrown the fucking book at him. But this is the internet, so of course nothing happens.
Yes.
There was one emblem I remember seeing on eBay. I think it was the Union of Light. I think it was that. It was some emblem.
No, this one's...
Is that the one?
Something Flux or...
Oh, whatever it is. Doesn't matter.
Shit.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is, yeah.
So it was, it was one of those emblems, and the guy was selling it for, auction, and the starting price was $99. It sold for $138 in the US dollars. And I was just dumbfounded. Like, are you kidding me? This is retarded. Why would you spend this? And it would have been probably the first or second week that anyone had even seen this emblem. But why?
Doesn't make sense to me, man. I can't get my head around why anyone would throw money at something like that. But I mean, look at it right now. That's
it's their choice.
Cashing in on the hype. People are cashing in on the hype. Whatever.
Cash in on the hype, but don't be a twat. Don't go and don't be that person. Don't be that person who has gone, I'm going to sell X emblem from X convention for X amount of dollars to people. I mean, we know, but because I want to make an extra bit of money. Be a reasonable person.
I can guarantee you this.
Scum-sucking scumbag.
I can guarantee you this. The people who are doing that shit aren't watching the podcast and will never hear you say that.
No,
so there's no point.
I am aware, but I want to. I'm
ranting. Have you fucking been? Do you feel better?
Know.
Do you feel better?
Mate, I've had me whinge. I feel better, all right.
Good. All right. There was a few questions back here. I'll get back to them. Denzer, would you replace Sloth or Log or Mylan on the DDU every week?
Would I replace them?
Yeah,
no,
we're out of a job. Hey, Log.
I could do what they do.
When are you going to hit puberty and grow a real beard? Oh my god. It's in the planner, man. I promise. Oi, Sloth. How do you feel about being TA's pirate teddy bear mascot? And hey, Mylan, when are you going to quit?
All these questions come from the same person.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving him his moment, man. I'm just giving him his moment. Hey, Mylan, when are you going to quit and just hand over the channel to Danny? When she murders him.
Do you know which burns hurt the most? It's the ones that have a little bit of truth in them.
Bit of truth.
Little kernel of truth. As Danny wants to take over his channel.
If I said to Danny, look, mate, I've got to go to work. You got to stay home and play games all day. You should probably do that.
Yeah.
You'll probably do that and be more successful than me.
Danny was the thing where when I first tuned into it, Danny was playing Crash Bandicoot, doing quite well at it, and reading chat. Mylan, love you like a brother, but you can't do that for shit.
I can't do either of them. I can't play games and I can't read chat. What the fuck?
All right, if you got any more questions, hit us with them now. I've gone back as far as I can, but if there's anything really pressing that you want answered, go far away now. Boys, what do you got planned for the next week? Like, I mean, we're in this fucking horrible period where, I mean, for me, I've tried really hard to distract myself with Horizon Zero Dawn. Fortunately, my computer decided to die, so I'm going to have a bit more time to spend with my family than I probably realised, so that'll be nice. I should have it back up and running by the time Destiny 2 rocks around. I mean, I fucking will, guarantee, even if I have to rob a bank. But what are you planning to do? I mean, Matt, you're in a pretty different position to the rest of us in that you're rolling out content to sort of stage for that. So
after this, I've got to finish a video on the Defender Titans. I just finished that audio before I got on to this video, and I'll finish that tonight. So they'll be out tomorrow morning in Australia, Friday night in the US, and then straight back and grind to get a video ready for Sunday night US. And we are on the final countdown for the comic book release, which is the 3rd of September.
That's exciting.
Oh, so that trailer, Jesus.
It's pretty good, right?
Had chills.
Because you guys haven't. I forget you guys haven't seen any of it, right?
No,
as the first thing you saw.
I've seen nothing, and I heard the voice. Like you shared some of the voice trials and stuff, and I've heard that, and like I was impressed by that. But to put it in the context of Gamma's art and sort of the posing of the positioning of what's sort of to come in the story, man. I don't want to know anything. I want to just watch it like everyone else does because I just want that. I just want to
take it all in. Yeah,
I'm really happy with it. We actually made, rather than just like tell, because this initial idea was it was going to be. I decided to do a recap of Destiny 1 lore in a video comic form, and we ended up creating a character narrative to tell that story rather than just doing a recap. So that is the whole premise, that it's about Anon, but what we'll be slyly doing is actually recapping D1. So anyone coming into the lore that have never played Destiny can watch a 10-minute video comic book, essentially, and get some sort of idea of what happened in Destiny 1.
So, guys, if you would like a part of that, make sure you go to. It's on your YouTube, or is it on your Twitter? Is the trailer?
I actually uploaded the trailer to Twitter, and I uploaded it to YouTube, and I uploaded it to my Facebook page, which I never use.
What?
Wow.
Do you know I have a Facebook page for Mullen Games?
No.
I
have a Facebook page for me too, but I've got I'm pretty sure Mum follows it. I was like, hey, Mum. Check out
Mom,
click
Mom,
this link.
follow it.
Mom, I made a video. I dug a hole.
So if you're keen on Mylan, or if you're keen on his videos, or if you're keen on his Twitch, make sure you go to Mylan Games on all three, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Make sure you go and follow him. He is partnered. That is not a lie. He is partnered. Keep an eye out for his sub button. So make sure you go and check him out. Go give him a GG. Go stop by in his chat. Denzer, what are you up to this week, man?
Well, we got the Destiny 2 PC beta release. I'll be doing a live stream on that. Definitely hitting that up for predominantly most of the week. I'll be going for the top 4K type of quality resolution. So I spent around $4,000 this week or last week on a computer. Yep. Went absolutely all out. So been saving for a while, and this thing is just an absolute beast. So I'm looking forward to that. Then I've got the Crucible plays for Destiny 2 top 5. That's obviously coming out next weekend, which is looking forward to. And of course, just streaming along and enjoying this hype of Destiny.
You're definitely sitting on Twitch now with your live.
I'll be definitely sitting on Twitch, my dude. Yeah, I've obviously flicking between Destiny on YouTube and Twitch, but if I'm going to be doing YouTube, it'll be on both. But predominantly, my Twitch space is where I'm going to be at.
That's you.
What have you got planned this week, Log? Outside of trying to figure out to fix your computer.
I actually Monday night I streamed. I did something different. I basically just what I'm going to do from now on with the whole music thing is, I mean, I'm still going to do the big parody stuff like what I have been doing, but I'm going to take a bit of time, do a stream a week of just putting a backing track together. And then maybe Saturday night or something, I'm just going to rip out a dumb Destiny cover, like a Finder song. No one guessed it this week, but I'm going to do a cover of Heart's All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You. And change it. I've rewritten all of the lyrics so that they're about Destiny and divorce. So it'll be good. If, one day when, hopefully mid next week, once the computer, I get that resolved, I'll aim to be doing that. I'll give that a go. But I'm going to start doing that. I really enjoyed it. It was a really different sort of thing to be sitting, just really doing track work, playing guitar, and having people going like, oh, that sounds cool, or, just generally getting involved. And, I don't think people, at least in terms of the Destiny community, see that sort of thing very often and understand how much work goes into just what's effectively a 4-minute dick joke with the arsehole video. So I figure I might as well do that. That and I was talking to my better half, and we were like, I want to try and stream more, but I've got so many things I want to try and compress into the week. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to stream me doing the things that I would normally do not on stream. So, if people want to watch it, they can watch it. And if it's not your thing, fucking just chill out. Just don't.
Yeah, I came and watched it the other day, and I was watching you playing the guitar. And I don't know what you've done with the overlays, and it just looks fantastic. Hey, you've got the strings and everything.
I'll show you. That's really
second camera.
It's really
it's great.
So
techie stuff.
This is a webcam gaffer taped to the headstock of a guitar. And,
no one needs to know that. That's behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out how to do it a bit more fucking effectively, but yeah, not much joy at the moment. So yeah, anyway.
That's brilliant.
But yeah, once the computer gets sorted, I'll be looking to do that. That's my plan for the next couple of weeks, and that's sort of what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do what I love. Music's what I love, so that's the thing. It'll just be that and dick jokes, as Happy Sad I said.
The two things I like, dicks and music.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? At some point, I'm going to write a song about dicks, and I'll combine both of my loves. And at that point, I'll transcend to heaven, and you'll never see me again.
Make sure you get it demonetized as well.
Sloth, what are you doing?
What's on the agenda, man?
This week, so I'll probably do some Taco Fridays a little bit later on. But this week I'm probably going to try and knock over a bit of Halo. Probably try and finish BioShock. And probably try and get into another Telltale series. Maybe Batman or something like that. I really enjoyed it. I played Wolf Among Us recently. That was a fucking amazing game. Two games that I can recommend quite well is the Wolf Among Us and Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Mm-hmm. Played that the other day from start to finish. That was mint. That was one of the best story-based combat games that I have ever played. Ever. Wow. Period. Not done by any, it wasn't done by any big, the good thing about it, done by a production team of 20. And the girl who did the mocap and the acting for the main character, never done it before. It was amazing.
It's pretty grassroots. Absolutely. It's pretty awesome. It's impressive. I was watching you play it for a while the other night, and I've seen that. If anyone's been on Twitter lately, they've seen that meme going around where it was basically comparing the graphics in that to Mass Effect Andromeda. It was multi-million-dollar title, sponsored, published by EA, and it looks like a fucking prostitute Barbie doll. And then and then the Hellblade and the actual actress next to it, and it's It looks real. It was fun. That is
amazing.
just striking. I mean, also,
I mean,
if you're
it's
into
like the guys that made Witcher, right? Like that were started off real small.
Yeah.
team, right?
yeah, well, I mean,
CD
hopefully,
Projekt Red are fucking amazing too.
wish more luck in the world. Honestly, it was, I think it's just a unique game too. From what I've picked up watching you play at Sloth, it's very different in tone to probably anything else out there, and it explores themes that probably aren't touched on all that often. So, I wouldn't give too much away. But yeah, if you're into it, if you're on PlayStation, go and check it out. It's on PC as well, is it? Is it?
Yeah, it is. It is on Steam and it is on PlayStation. Yeah, but it does touch on psychosis as well, which was kind of a good look behind the curtain. Because I did a video after, like in the start menu, you can get into like a video on how behind the scenes and all that sort of thing. It's cool. Really, really good. But anyway.
Cool.
Denzer Gaming, thank you so much for joining us on this week's podcast. So we really do appreciate it. Hopefully we can get you back on another time, another place, and all that sort of thing. Yeah, guys, I hope you
can we
enjoyed.
shout those links out? Where can we find Denzer?
Yeah,
we can find Denzer.
We can
find Denzer.
Find me pretty much everything at Denzer Gaming. You can pretty find everywhere.
Twitter.com/Denzer Gaming, YouTube.com/Denzer Gaming, and Twitch.tv/Denzer Gaming. Make sure you go and follow him, sub to him, depending on which platform you're on. He's a really top dude, can confirm. Have played a lot of PUBG. He goes all right.
I'm all right, not too bad.
Not heaps shit. I'm just moderately shit.
I'm just all right. The shit's all right. You can live with it.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to raid into a friend of ours that is going to a gig that I happen to be going to tomorrow night. So we're going to go and visit. We're going to visit Static, and we're going to just repeatedly spam, "You better catch up for a beer with Log tomorrow night, you motherfucker." That is what we're going to do.
Is he paying? Is he paying?
Is he what?
He better be paying. He must be paying, yeah?
Paying
His
for
shout?
what? Yeah,
beer.
Shout Log a beer tomorrow night, right? That's where we're going. We're going to go see Static. Say good day for us. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on, Denzer. It's fucking... I think the Friday night thing... I like the Friday night thing. I just, we get to have a beer. We get to, loosen up a bit.
Yeah. It's great. I don't know. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for having me.
Nah, dude. We'll have to have you back.
Thanks, mate.
Soon.
Appreciate
All
it.
right. See you soon.
The law will find you.
There it is.
Of course.
Yeah, right.
See you guys.